Hey everybody, welcome back to another live adventure in Spokane down at Riverfront Park. Waiting for people to show up here. So welcome back to another live adventure. Today I'm out here in Riverfront Park in Spokane, Washington. We're going to look at some cool stuff today. Behind me is the parking area here, and there's a cool brick building behind me that's a Broadview Dairy, which I'll spin it around and show you guys here. But first you got to check this out because it's pretty cool. Whoop, there's widescreen. Now, hey, you can see a whole bunch of stuff there. So, we're right in front of the Expo Center here. This is where the old Expo 74 was. And they remodeled this a couple years ago. It's now open, fully open. You can walk through it. We'll go for a walk through it here probably a little bit later on after we explore some stuff down here together. And when you look over here, got the falls and a bunch of the old bridges that are down here you can walk across. That's also pretty cool. So let's go for a walk, shall we? I got my camera lady here too for extracurricular camera activities. So off in the distance over here, they got the podium place. I'm not sure. This is like right next to the Coliseum, but right over yonder here, you zoom in a little bit. The old Broadview Dairy building in the background there. It's a pretty neat place over there. Visited it once upon a time, long time ago, when it was still Broadview Dairy. Now it's like I think it's like an eatery place over there or something, if I remember right. If you know, go ahead and shoot in the comments. Now we gotta do the zoom out. Man, this zoom is... There we go. There we go. We got it. All right, so they got a nice big basketball court down here too. A bunch of people are out playing right now. But there's like a walking path here. We'll follow it for a while and check out some of the sights down here. That's a big slide over there. Kind of cool. We got the little Gonzaga men's basketball mural right here too. Of all the past teams. Pretty cool stuff. The courts, super awesome. Oh, John Stockton. So we got some more cool buildings over yonder to go check out. So we'll make our way over there and see them. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Spokane today. It's about 55 degrees. Finally starting to warm up. Hopefully it'll get above 60 here pretty soon. Looking forward to that. So this bridge will take us across to the pavilion over there, which we'll go a little later. I want to walk up here and check this building out. Looks pretty cool. Hopefully there's a placard, historical placard or something down here that will tell us what the building is. Well, we've got a map here. Here's a map of downtown here, or the area that we're in right now. Lots of cool stuff to check out. We'll check out the clock tower, because that's pretty significant down here. They've also got the Louvre Carousel, which I learned about was from an old entertainment park that they used to have down here in the area up until the early 60s. But pretty cool. You can see where we go. But let's go over here and check this building out, because it's pretty cool. Looks like an old powerhouse building. I'm not quite sure, without having to look it up to see what exactly this building used to be back in the day. maybe after the fact when I get back home and do a little bit of research, I'll look this up and see what it used to be, and I'll post it in the comments for you guys with a timestamp on it, so you'll know, hey, this is what this was that we saw today. Pretty cool. Here's the arena right across the street where all the cool stuff goes on down here. Well, it's a brewing company now. Just what did it used to be? You got no information anywhere. That's it. We'll walk up around the corner, see if there's anything around this corner that'll tell us what the building was. Nothing other than it's a restaurant. Of course. It's another cool old building though, across the street from us. Oh hey, there we go. There's across the street from us is the old flour mill building. This has been here since the early 1900s. I forget, I think this was actually late 1890s when it was built there, but that's been a flour mill for a long time, but it's also now a really fancy restaurant too, which is called Clinker Dagger. It's a pretty good place to eat, just a little spendy on the prices in there. Oh, look at that. They got little strobe lights up here in the ceiling. That's pretty cool. Riverfront Park. So we'll walk across this bridge now, and we'll go across into downtown, check out the pavilion and the things down that a ways. We walk over here and check out the rapids. While we're here on this bridge, it's running pretty good with the rain that we've had the last week. Pretty cool place, I'll tell you what, down here. We're about in the center now. Pretty neat. See the back side of the flour mill building over here, aka Clinker Dagger. Pretty cool setup over here. Got a area where you can eat outside right above the falls, which would be pretty nice. So we got two more bridges that go over across to here. They used to be actual bridges you could drive on before, back in the day. But now they're pedestrian bridges all through here. So there's the expo pavilion there, and you can see the clock tower in the background, which is remnants from the old depot that used to be here. We'll go check that out too while we're down here. It's pretty cool. Oh hey, I just spotted something that should be pretty informative here. We'll walk across here. So right here, you can walk down to it. It's called Inspiration Point right here. Pretty cool little point here. Really cool view of the pavilion here. And you can see the old bridge. Pretty awesome. We got some Canadian honkers out there chilling on some rocks. And there's the upper dam way up yonder. You see it kind of right underneath the bridge there. We'll zoom in a little bit. Woo! Yeah, there we go. See, now you can see the conquers pretty good down here. Whoops. There's the honkers. And the bridge. Pretty cool little point here. Well, let's continue with our walking tour. You see the other part of the bridge that we just walked on here. Whoa, we're still pretty close up there. I think we're all the way out now. Yes, honkers, it's about dinner time. Such cool views, like everywhere. Feller's gonna take a little break here. Oh. Oh. Now here you can see the clock tower pretty well. And I forget which company this was that's line was a part of the clock tower, but there is a plaque down there. We'll be able to check it out when we get down there. And it'll remind me which line it was. They had a whole bunch of railroads in here, like all the major railroads back in the day used to run through Spokane. And it was kind of cool seeing what it used to look like down here in the like pre 1970. Because it was still, they had rail lines like all through here. Whew. To catch my breath so I can continue talking to you guys while we walk. But I think there's a placard on this bridge too, it looks like. So when we get up to it, I'll be able to tell you a bit about it. So let me get back up and we'll keep on walking. I guess there's more placards here. There's some more placards here that describe some stuff down here. Well, we can go take a look at that before we hop across the bridge. It's bound to tell us a little bit more history about the area here, because there is so much history down here. Oh yeah, I guess it is a story walk here. I guess it begins here and ends at the carousel. So we'll take a look at the first little thing here, as this just tells us that we're going to see like regional art, culture, and history all throughout this walking path here. So let's take a walk. And hi, Carla. How's it going today? I spy some yummy food scraps in the garbage bin. I guess this is like turning waste into energy thing. I don't know. Huh. Good to hear. Oh, I got a totem pole here. Pretty cool. Thanks, Carla. Appreciate it. I figured these are a little bit easier to make, and I could get one to you every week if you guys enjoy this this type of stuff here. You can at least do like one periodically, where we can interact with each other, grow the community, you know. I guess the story time down here is talking about turning waste into energy, and they've got a little thing talking about how they turned waste into energy. There's some cool, see the rapids here. I know it's a little bit laggy. I don't know what to do about it, but it might just be the reception, but we should have pretty strong reception though here. We're in the middle of Spokane. Pretty cool. I know that they used to, one of the railroads used to run on this side of the river there, where Clinker Dagger is and the flour mill, used to run like behind everything here. But there used to be a rail line in here also where we're walking at. Interesting. We'll walk off the trail here. It's one of the falls over here. And across from us you can see the Washington Water Power Company's Upper Falls plant there. Real old building across there. And like behind the tree over there is the actual Washington Water Power building there. I can't remember when each of these were built, but there might be some information around here that'll tell us. If not, I'll put some information about everything in the comments after the stream when I get home later tonight. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They got a lot of old stuff all over the place down here. It's like one of the oldest areas here. And it's just got a lot of extinct history because it's all gone now. Except for there's little remnants of everything that used to be in here. If you look at, if you find pictures of the old downtown area, you'll see that it looked like drastically different than it does now. Like pre-1970, if you look at pictures before 1970, it looked way different. You can actually see like the clock tower and stuff, and there used to be an old building there. It used to be the railroad depot. And so once we get to it, there's a placard that tells you about it. So once we get to it, I'll tell you more about it. I know I keep teasing it, but it's like the thing that draws my interest every time down here. Well, let's keep walking. I've never actually done this trail before, so this is kind of new. So parking is not too bad. It was $6 for 3 hours in this parking lot here. I think it's like $1 for an hour or something. Oh, cool. So this is a suspension bridge here that they built. Suspension walking bridge. That's cool. Again, wonderful views of the falls. And you can see they're working on the next street down from us there, trying to repair that bridge. I think that's the Lincoln Street Bridge. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty cool though. Oh, there's all sorts of neat little things over here I didn't even know about. Well, I guess this bridge is closed. Dang it. You have to walk back. That's it. Have to cross the bridge back over yonder, because this one's roped off. But oh well, we need to exercise anyway. It's a better shot of the Upper Falls power plant there. And there's a little waterfall right here. Oh, and the aerial trams are running too. You see them there? Got water coming from everywhere over here. Got it off the rocks on that side. And from underneath that bridge, kind of pouring out of there into the river here. That's pretty cool. A little bit of a closer look at the Washington Water Power building there. And then you can see some of the buildings further on downtown down there. There's a lot of old fancy buildings down here. So cool. Hey, there's a little restaurant here too. Oh, it's another Anthony's restaurant down by the river. There's one of these in Coeur d'Alene too. Come on. I know we want to focus on the Anthony's sign, but come on. Let's not. Okay. Technical difficulties. There we go. All right. Well, we'll walk back up here and back up around, and we'll go across the other bridge. Oh, looks like there's some flowers going to be blooming along the trail side here too, here pretty soon. Gonna see them. Iris is poking up out of there. I wonder if we're still... That should be all the way zoomed out there. Okay. All right, we should be good now. Pretty cool little side adventure we just had there. This will look even cooler once everything starts to bloom in here. I think we're still a couple weeks away from that happening. But once that happens, we might just have to go up and take a tour of Manitou Park. How does that sound, peoples? Whew. I need to do this more often, man. Well, you test the limits of a guy's in shape ability here. We're almost to the bridge here, and I can tell you a little bit about which bridge this is once I make it up to the sign here, which you can just see it right there, right ahead of us. Just have to catch my breath a little bit. Really cool. Okay. Parks department going across the bridge. All right, let's roll. All right, so this bridge was built in 1916, and you can see, we'll get a little bit closer. So those are the people that are involved in the making of this bridge. Still not sure which one this actually is. So if I try to open anything, it'll kill the stream. So we don't want to do that. Beautiful. Man, gotta love this. This is one of the things. Late afternoon, walking around, looking at stuff, enjoying the springtime weather, watching the sunset. Nothing like it. Here we go. So we've got some Conservation Futures Program history. And we've got a lot of points of interest here, but this thing's gotten a little wet, so can't really tell exactly what everything is on the map here. But we do have some interesting history here about the falls. So if you read this, between 20,000 and 13,000 years ago, massive floods from the glacial lake Missoula rushed through the Spokane Valley, carving waterfalls and islands from the hard basalt bedrock. During the ensuing millennia, Salish tribes gathered along these falls to fish, dance, and compete in traditional games. The Spokane people called this part of the river, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's called that right there. They called it fast water, I guess is what its translation to is. And the Coeur d'Alenes scooped up the fish at the place of dip nets. During the 1870s, white settlers moved in, attracted by both the beauty and the potential of the falls. They built dams, redirected the river channels to power sawmills and flour mills. Over a century later, as the islands were transformed into parks, forgotten waters re-emerged, seeping down from ancient hillsides forced between basalt layers by hydraulic pressure or creeping along an ancient channel. So, in 1875, Reverend Samuel G. Havermale filed a claim on a large parcel of land flanking this area, including the island known as Little Island, Big Island, and Middle Island. In 1881, Spokane citizens subscribed $5,577 to build the first bridge across Spokane Falls. 3 wooden spans crossed the river channels from the foot of Howard Street to Little Island, then to Big Island, then to the north shore of the river. We could see that right there. Echo Rolling Mill was built on Little Island, powered by a stream that cut through the center of the island. Later in 1885, a hydroelectric dynamo installed beneath the Echo Mill provided electricity for Spokane's first 10 streetlights. And that was in 1883. In 1900, Havermale Island, which is this area, the Great Northern Railroad laid tracks across here, and Glover Islands. 1907, the river channel between Havermale and Glover Islands was closed by a dam. the dry channel was filled, joining the two islands. 1922, the Upper Falls power plant was built, and they built a concrete seawall along the western point of Havermill. So that building that we saw right over yonder, the white one there, that was built in 1922. In 1964, the YMCA constructed a new center that covered parts of Havermill Island and the former Glover Island, and the former channel between the two. And 1974, Expo 74 was headquartered here, as we can see right over there. And they cleared all of the railroad areas here in the islands to make the pavilion here and Riverfront Park. And in 2006 to 2010, the Parks Department of Spokane exercised the right of refusal to purchase the YMCA property. And they secured a grant to apply towards the purchase of the property, a $1 million grant through the Aquatic Lands Enhancement account. And then in 2011, they restored the whole area here. You can see right there. So that's cool. So I guess this area, this conservation area is named after this man here. He was director of the Parks, the Recreation Department from 1965 to 1980. And he was instrumental in acquiring and developing the site here for the World's Fair, known as Expo 74. So that's kind of cool. From here we can walk down to there, but I kind of want to walk down to the railroad, the old railroad depot, and show you guys that here before long. We're getting short on daylight here, but it is kind of cool down here when it turns to night, because everything kind of lights up down here. They got lights everywhere, kind of cool ambient lighting, pretty neat stuff. So let's head down towards there now, since I've been teasing that like for the last, I don't know, 55 minutes. To see, there's where we are, and there's where we're going.
gonna have. I thought that was the only bridge. Did I go? Are you picking up?
We're almost there. So right across the river from us there is the Leaf Carousel, and it used to be in the old amusement park that they had back before it closed in 1964, and then they moved it here after that. I don't exactly remember the date that they moved it. I read the little article about it. I'll remember to post a link later so you guys can take a look at it. They got all sorts of cool little places here where you could chill out, watch the ducks that swim through here. And just enjoy the vibe. It's pretty cool. There it be, and there's the placard to read what it says, and we'll take a look at it. It's pretty cool. Hello. Yeah, I'm doing a video. So, land on Havermill Island was provided to the people of Spokane by Burlington Northern to serve as the center of Expo 74. The clock tower of the former Great Northern Railway passenger depot built. So this was the clock tower of the former Great Northern Railway passenger depot, built in 1902, and it now stands as a monument to the railroad industry and its role in the development of Spokane and the Pacific Northwest. Pretty cool.
What's that?
Pretty cool. So we can go and take a look at the pavilion here next. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break because I'm getting kind of tired. Whew. A pretty cool area down here, that's for sure. Whew. There's the big old hotel down here too, ginormous. Guys, to see ya. Have a good one. You are now YouTube famous.
Oh, I don't want to be too famous. I don't like that heavy for the eyes.
Have a good one, sir.
You guys know how to go?
Pretty cool area over here. Just watching the sunset. And good evening to you too. We're gonna go look at the Loop Carousel next. I changed my mind about the pavilion. Need a break from walking hilly areas over here. Oh, you bought one, huh? Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot right here. Pretty awesome. And you guys get to see it live. Well, thanks. I partnered with a local area business, and he does all the printing and everything for me, and handles all the shipping stuff too. So it's pretty cool. And if you want to get your own stuff done, just go visit him at Your Design Here. He can make up all sorts of different things to suit your fancy, because he did that for me, and my stuff turned out really good. I like it too. So here's the carousel. I have no idea if it's open or not to look at it. I think it might have closed already because it's, what time is it? 7:30 now. I think it closes at 7. Oh, they actually have a little informational placard out here for the carousel. But we can look inside of here. It still runs and everything too, so you can actually take a ride on it. I done it one time. It's been a while since I did it, but I can say I actually did it. Let's go take a look at the placard. So, in 1870, Charles Loof came to New York from Schleswig, Holstein, Germany. He went to work as a wood carver in a Brooklyn furniture factory at just 18 years old. During his evenings off, he carved wooden animals and opened his first carousel on Coney Island in 1876. He watched wild racing horses and used a picture of George Washington astride his favorite horse as models for his carvings. Mr. Loof was America's first great carousel carver. In 1907, Charles visited Spokane and received a $20,000 commission to design a carousel for Natatorium Park, which is the park that this used to be in. The carousel was carved by Mr. Loof himself and took 2 years to craft. It still features all of the original carvings, including 54 unique horses, a giraffe, a tiger, and 2 chariots. 2 additional animals were added as spares and are used when original carvings need to be cleaned or touched up. In 1909, Charles returned to Natatorium Park with the completed carousel, only to find that the park's owner had skipped town and Washington Water Power had taken over. Mr. Loof negotiated to have his son-in-law, Louis Vogel, operate the carousel and other concessions on a percentage basis. He gifted the carousel to Louis and his granddaughter Emma as a wedding present. On July 18, 1909, the carousel made its first revolution in Natatorium Park. When Natatorium Park closed in 1968, the ride was dismantled and put into storage by Bill Oliver, the park's last manager. Following a grassroots fundraising campaign, Mr. Oliver sold the carousel to the city of Spokane for installation in Riverfront Park. After Expo 74, Mr. Oliver supervised the restoration and installation of the carousel in the former German Bavarian building. It reopened to the public on May 8, 1975. The current carousel building was constructed on the exact site of the German Bavarian building from Expo 74. The new facility features UV restricting glass and temperature control to better protect the carousel. The carousel's band organ, which was manufactured in 1907 by Adolf Ruf of Waldkirch, Germany, has over 200 pipes and instrumentation equal to a 60-piece band. Originally, the organ played book music, thick folded cardboard sheet with punched holes. Air was pumped with a bellows to the pipes, and a note sounded when air passed through a hole in the cardboard sheet. For many years, the organ played the latest marches, polkas, and ragtime tunes at Natatorium Park. Today, the music is provided by an automated digital playlist reminiscent of the carousel's traditional past. And some quirky information. Did you know that each horse has a unique name? The name and row number can be found on the inward side of the bridle. All 54 horses have real horsehair tails. Most of the jewels on the horse are original imported glass from Germany. The animal figures and chariots are carved from various species, including New England Chinese elm, balsam, poplar, and maple. Charles Loof made somewhere between 30 and 40 carousels during his lifetime, and Spokane is one of only 6 still in operation. There are multiple spellings for the word carousel, originating from the early 1900s, including carousel. Let's see, where is it at here? Carousel, and carousel. Charles Loof was known to use multiple spellings. The current spellings of Spokane's Loof, carousel, has followed the attraction since Natatorium Park. The goat and the giraffe are the two oldest animals and predate the carousel by at least 10 years. The tiger is extremely rare and the only one of its kind on an operational attraction. The carousel has a lead horse and his head is positioned up high. Pretty cool stuff. This little center piece here is cool in the summertime. It sprays water. It has little water fountains in it, and it goes off every now and then. I think it's on a timer, but I don't remember I think it goes off every hour or something. It's pretty cool. So I believe it's right behind where the carousel was is where the Union Pacific Depot used to stand here, because that across the street from us was the Great Northern Depot, and so Union Pacific built a depot on this side of the road, and it was exactly adjacent to the Great Northern's depot. So right around here is where it used to be at. Pretty cool stuff. Some pretty shots here of the water power building and the sunset in the background. Pretty awesome. The cool part of this, having this gimbal here, is I can set it down and operate it with the thumbstick. So we can go like that. It doesn't go all the way around. I don't remember how far it goes. All right, to there.
I'm pretty sure I'm going. Like, he's like, well, yeah, like, there's no reason you can't. So, yeah, we'll put it in this.
And that's as far as it goes that way. So it's like a 270 degree rotation on this thing. I'll let it go a little bit there. My hand's cramping up. Well, guys, what do you say? Do you want to go look at some more stuff here before sunset, or should we call it good for the night? Because we've been up for an hour and 18 minutes. Because there's some more cool stuff we could go look at. We can go look at the Washington Water Power Building if you want. We can walk the trail behind it, which goes down, and you get a look at the lower falls area there. We could go do that if you want to. Again, this is all up to you guys. You guys got to let me know. Yeah, it's getting dark, but it's not terrible. I mean, I guess we could probably just go for now. We'll have more to look at later on then, and I can make a cool video for you guys at some point on this. So I guess we'll call it there. So let me flip it around for you guys, or better yet, I have a camera person. She can hold the camera. You're up. Right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this look at Riverfront Park and our nice little live adventure here. So, do me a favor, smash that like button. You know, share it with your friends, and don't forget to do the subscribes, man. Yeah, if you dig, we're 50 away from 500 subscribers, which is halfway to my subscriber goal of 1,000, man. So hit that subscribe button if you dig. And guys, adventure on, and I'll see you somewhere out here in the next one. So stay tuned. Peace out. Have a good night, peoples.